going to be talking about orientation. So this is after you've been accepted and you're super pumped and then you bought your flight and you're all ready to go. So first thing, you're going to fly into Korea, obviously. So we're from the same intake and we met at orientation. And we both flew into Busan Airport because our orientation was at Busan. It's different every intake where your orientation is, and there's usually 2 orientations going on at the same time, so depending on where your city is. So there's one going on in Daejeon, which is in the middle of Korea, in case you didn't know. And most likely those people had to fly into Seoul or Gimpo, and then we shuttled down to Daejeon, which is a few hours away. And then we both flew into Busan because that's where our orientation was.
Yeah, so you can choose to come on the day that EPIK tells you to come, or you can come earlier. And I would recommend coming earlier because otherwise you're gonna be really jet lagged. It'll take you a few days to get adjusted. And so I came early. I came like 2 days early, I think, and I just stayed in like a nearby airport hotel 1 full day to like explore Busan a little bit, and I got to rest up, and it was good.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't used to flying from wherever you are to Asia, it's a really long flight.
Yeah, it's really long.
It's like a 12-hour flight almost.
Yeah, mine is 14.
Yeah, especially if you have layovers or transfer. It's really taxing on you mentally and physically, no matter how, like healthy you think you are. And jet lag here when you arrive, it takes about a week roughly for the most part. So I would definitely suggest coming in early.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to give your body time to rest up. Yeah. Because otherwise you're jumping right into orientation.
Yeah, you're just going right to orientation.
And you do a lot at orientation.
Yeah, orientation. It was fun, but it was a lot. Yeah, so just if you do come early, make sure you get back to the airport to meet the EPIK staff, and they'll tell you like what time you can get there and then what time like the last shuttle will leave from the airport. So just make sure you're aware of that and you get there at the right time.
Yeah, so once you get your luggage from the airport that day, say you're flying in that day, you'll get your luggage and then you'll just meet them out in the welcoming area. Yeah, and there's like, they have a whole table for EPIK that day, so you'll see them, and then they'll just shuttle you onto this bus and they will take you to wherever your orientation is. Our orientation was at the Busan University of Foreign Studies, which is beautiful.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
Super nice. Apparently they renovated it only a little while back, which is why we had such nice accommodation. You check in with all your stuff, like literally all my bags, just dragging along. And then you get a random roommate. You get put in a dorm room, essentially, and guys and girls are separated by buildings.
And we came in the fall, and so the weather was really nice, but it was also really hot. So just be aware of like when you're coming and what the weather's like.
Yeah, it was scalding. I was sweating every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every day. And there wasn't that much AC going on either. So
but you also get
some swag. And who doesn't love swag?
Yeah. We got a tote bag. It's nice. And it was actually really handy because you're going to classes throughout orientation, so you need to pack your stuff around. We got a water bottle. It says EPIK on it.
You can tell Payton's still using it because it's got water in it.
And that was also really nice because, again, it was really hot. And then they give you a tiny towel. But this is like what you use for your body here.
This is their body towel for you at orientation. So I had luckily brought a towel with me. You also get a name tag.
Oh, a name tag. And it'll say where you're placed and then what class you're in.
Yeah.
So then that'll be like the group that you're with throughout orientation. Yeah. And you also get a nice book. Yeah. And this is like, you need this all throughout orientation because it has your schedule in here, and it has like for the classes, there's like articles that the teachers have written, and
they reference it during class.
And so every class you need to bring the book with you so you can like follow along.
They also gave you a pen, so you have that as well.
I don't have that anymore. I lost it.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, sorry. And they gave us snacks as well.
Yeah, in case you're hungry.
Yeah.
It was like Paris baguette.
And so the first day, you're just like chilling out. You get placed in your dorm room, and they are shuttling people from the airport like literally all day. So if you get there early, then you can just like chill on campus and like make some friends because everyone's desperate for friends.
Literally. Also our orientation, there wasn't really any Wi-Fi. So you like had to kind of immerse yourself socially.
Yeah. But that'll just depend on like what venue they get for your orientation. Then the second day, that's when like
Stuff starts
actually
going
started.
down.
Yeah. It's about to go down.
Yeah. And so they gave us a campus tour, and then there was an opening ceremony, and I assume this like varies each year based on like who they can get. But at ours, there was a children's choir from Busan, and they performed. It was really cute.
Yeah.
And then there was like a traditional
lady dance
performance with like the drum thing. And what else was there?
There was a speaker.
It's really hard to remember.
Yeah, it was such a. We were talking about it before starting filming, and we were really trying to rack our brains on what happened because the week goes by so quickly and it's such a blur. And so I would really tell you to take advantage of like trying to just like remember what went down.
Yeah, because your days are so long. Like you start super early in the morning, and then you have classes all day, and then you have dinner, and then you can like chill. But then you haven't seen people really all day because you've been in class, so you want to like talk.
Classes start 9?
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, and they go until 5:30. They go until 5:30, and then you have dinner.
And then
at 6. That's it. Oh no, you had class.
We had dinner, and then Korean classes were after dinner. So then you had class until like 8:30 at night. Yeah,
so your classes consist of like helpful classes to sort of just mentally prepare you for teaching life in school. So a lot of them are surrounded based on your curriculum, what curriculum to anticipate teaching younger students. There's a class on teaching special needs students.
So there's like a whole variety of classes.
There's a whole variety of classes.
They're taught by people who were former EPIK teachers, and now they've like moved up to where I think most of them are university professors now.
Yeah. If anything, they're really seasoned. So you're getting advice from people who have lived what you're about to do. Yeah. So definitely ask them questions and
take some
interested.
Notes.
Some classes are definitely more helpful than others, I will not lie. And there was like maybe 1 or 2 where it was a struggle to like get through them. But definitely pay attention. It'll be helpful to you in the long run.
Oh, there's always a field trip, like a cultural field trip. And so ours, we went to the United Nations Memorial for the Korean War. Really, really hot that day. I remember that. It was very hot. They had stuff from like all the countries that participated in the Korean War. So it was a little sad, but it was interesting. And then we went to the Busan National Gugak Center. And so that's like the traditional music and dance. I watched that. That was really cool.
It was really interesting. And it was nice to just sort of like get out of the orientation building. During orientation, you're going to have a medical checkup, and they really emphasize this medical checkups. They take your blood, they take your weight,
blood pressure, check your eyes,
and then you do a pee test, and you need to have 50,000 won in cash ready for the medical checkup. So have that prepared. Either get some cash out before you come to Korea, or stop at the currency exchange at the airport. So don't take any medicine, even like over the counters. Sometimes can trigger the test results. I remember I took Advil because I had a really bad migraine, and people were freaking me out because they were like, "You're gonna be positive for drugs." I was like, "What? I can't like be deported over Advil. This is not how this works." Luckily, I was so nervous. I went up to the people and I was like, "I took Advil like yesterday. Is that gonna put me over the edge?" And they were like, "What?"
Like, calm down.
Yeah, they're like, "Girl." Yeah, that was really tough because it was really early in the morning, and you couldn't drink water before that night, so we're all really thirsty, and we really needed to pee. Yeah. And you couldn't. Oh, and they also did a
chest X-ray. It was pretty quick though.
Like the really big finale of all these classes is that you will be presenting a mock lesson plan to your peers. So you'll be put into random pairs, and then you will be given a random chapter of a textbook ranging from elementary to middle school.
Still have mine, I think.
Oh.
So they give you a copy of like an actual textbook.
And lesson plans are literally 2 pages of a textbook. Yeah. Here. So
like this one was called "What Do You Do at Home?" And so you can like use this for like reference, but then you don't actually have the textbook, so you have to like make the lesson like yourself.
Totally random what chapter you get. And then you basically have 1 to 2 days to prepare for this lesson, and all the teachers are like walking around campus at the same time, so they have like sort of helpful like class hours dedicated to just checking over your lesson plan and stuff like that. So you're definitely set. You aren't being graded on this. This doesn't like determine whether you get sent back home or something.
Right, yeah.
This is just as like a really good lesson.
They'll give you feedback after. Yeah. So there's like an actual teacher that watches you and like takes notes, and then when you're done, they'll go out to the hallway and give you some like feedback of like what you can improve.
So just do your best. For all this, you take all these classes, you're really tired at this point, and then your last day, your very last day, and almost like the end of the day, your Department of Education leads will come and you'll be all split up in your cities. First off, they give you all these contracts to sign, so you're signing a bajillion contracts. Meanwhile, you're looking at these envelopes that have your placement in them, so you're like really distracted. And then finally you open them and it's like, voila, these are your placements.
What they include in your packet will vary based on like where you're placed. So it's really just like what your Department of Education wants to put together for you.
Yeah. Also, definitely keep in mind, like, the Department of Education is now your employer. Like, they're in charge of you, so, you know, don't make a bad impression at that meeting, for sure.
And also your last day, you want to have like a nice outfit to wear on your last day for your lesson plan, and since you're meeting the Department of Education, you want to dress like nice, business casual.
That was pretty much the whole week. Just make sure you're being respectful at orientation this whole time. As a note, you are there as foreigners, and more importantly, you're there as foreigners representing the EPIK program, so anything you do will reflect poorly on EPIK and also just on potential future EPIK teachers. Oh, I would download Kakao before you get to Korea. Yeah. You need a phone number to verify, and so you don't have a phone number when you first get to Korea. So just download it before, and that way you can all exchange Kakaos together, and that's how we stay in touch here.
Yep.
So yeah, that's it from us on orientation. Let us know if you have any more questions. We are happy to answer them. And in the meantime, don't forget to
like, comment,